Go on to the basic folder and click the address bar and type the CMD. In CMD, now we can just enter a command code space dot enter VS Code will open. नहीं आप क्या बोले नहीं आप हो कहाँ पे पोर्टल से ना कहाँ पे मणिपाल हॉस्पिटल के सामने है क्या नहीं हो रहा है तो आप तो देखो आप यहाँ से प्रोडक्ट पिकअप करना था आपने पिकअप कर लिया अब यहाँ पे लोकेशन वहाँ पे डिलीवर नहीं किया अभी जो बोल रहा है पैसा भेजना नहीं टोटल कितना है आपका टोटल का चार्ज 253 है तो नहीं वहाँ से मणिपाल से माराथली आने के लिए ओनली 50 रुपीज का पेट्रोल लेना था मैं आपको 50 रुपीज भेज दूँ हाँ हाँ वन सेकंड नहीं मैं ऐसा नहीं कर सकता आप अपने किसी फ्रेंड को कॉल करके बोले you know he is also trying to mislead yes he has picked the product from the location still destination is not reached in between he asking send the money so petrol has a problem right what is the guarantee you will deliver here no guarantee no dress porter आपके कॉल है कॉल है Yes, this file we have written yesterday and we have got some idea what were those, how to print the variable without double quote, how to print the string under the double quote or single quote, how to combine the string and variable using the comma, correct, and how to print the statement using console.log. Okay, console.log. Next, after that, in the third page, third example, using the var keyword, you are creating the variable. We have one more called let. Okay. Using the let, we will create one, and in that we'll compare. Using the var, if you are doing, what will happen? Using the let, if you are creating, what will? Okay. So difference will come in mind, right? Then whenever you write, you will follow the var or let, it will be your wish, but suggestion will be let's follow the let, follow the market now. Modern JavaScript is came in the market. Okay. So now what will follow? Create the third file, page 3. Page 3.js. Page 3.js. Okay. In page 3.js file, write a var a equal to 100, a equal to 100, Okay, and console.log. Console.log A. Console.log A. So it will give how much? 100. Right now,
I'm unable to create new page.
you have opened the VS Code. In VS Code here. Click and give file name. Okay, so it will print 100. Now let's write A equal to 200. A equal to 200 and console.log again A. Console.log again A. Right. So what will be the first output? 100. Second output will be 200. First output will be 100 and second will be 200. So we can run from here and we can check. I hope you remember how to run it. So it was node space file name, that is called page3.js, and then it will display the output 100 and 200. So instead of writing directly through the difference of var and let, we are implementing first, and after that we will write the node. Okay, so after implementation, if you write the node, you will remember directly. Okay, after implementing, if you make a node, then you will remember directly. Written, now come down. Write let b equal to 300 console.log b. Write again b equal to 400 console.log b. Okay, so in between, I have added the separator. The first is using the var and second is using the let. We can print it and we can say node space page 3. 100, 200 and 300 and 400. Okay. So now see, if you are creating the variable using the var keyword, then also the value of the variable can be changed. And if you are creating the variable using the let keyword, then also the value of variable can be changed. Correct? So this is one difference. If I am creating the variable of using the var or let, the value of variable can be changed. One answer, common answer for both. Not difference, common answer. Now come down. At this place, write again a variable E only with the value of 500 and console.log A. So what will happen is the variable got redeclared. The variable A, what you have defined, declare here and store the value and all, and you printed, change the value. Now again, if you write var equal to 500, so this variable becomes a redeclared. Means if I am using the var keyword with the same name variable, we can change the value also, as well as we can redeclare the same variable. Check now, it is working or not. 100, 200 as well as 500. 100, 200 and 500. Printing. The variable got redeclared using which keyword? var keyword. Now come in the case of let. Again write let be equal to something 900. Save it. While writing itself, it is saying the error. The error here. Can you see the error? Cannot redeclare block scope variable called B. Cannot redeclare the variable called which one? B. Error came. Now let me write here console.log B. Console.log B. Console.log B. If I run the file, see the error? Identifier B has already been declared. Correct? So that is the next difference. If we are creating the variable using the var or let, the value of the variable we can change according to need. But if you are creating the variable using the let, we cannot redeclare variable. If you are creating the variable using var, we can redeclare the variable. Right? You can see here first, the variable A was there, their value we have changed. Right? Variable B was there, their value also we have changed. It was working in the beginning. That meaning let and var, no problem, variable value can be changed. But if you are following the var keyword with the same name, again you can redeclare the variable. But if you are following the let using the same name, you cannot redeclare the variable.
Sir, if we would have given B equal to 800, then it would have taken.
Nothing, it will not take anything. B.
No, we remove the let without let.
Without let, that is variable, you are changing the value. That I have given the example here.
Yes.
That I have given the example B equal to 400. That meaning common answer, if the variable is defined using the var or let, we can change the value of variable. Difference, first difference, if the variable is defined using the var, we can redeclare again one more variable by the same name. If we have declared the variable using the let, we cannot redeclare the variable with the same name. Right? Clear?
So, without the data type or like B1 to 400 is considered as a value.
Let. B is what is that? B is defined using which identifier? Let. So here B equal to 400 you are doing. That meaning this B is not different B. The same B, you are changing the value. Here how much? 300. Here how much? 400. So this I have given the example. What is that? If the variable is using var or variable using the let, no problem. The value of variable can change in both the cases. What was the default value? 100. Here how much you change? 200. Console.log was working. Here look down, variable value was let 300 and below how much we given? 400. Till here it was working. Correct? Problem came when we have redeclared the variable using the same name. Same name. Same name variable you cannot redeclare if it is already declared. Okay. Same name variable you cannot redeclare. When? If you are following the identifier called let.
So that is what I'm asking. B equals to 400. Consider as var or both.
How it will consider as a var? You tell me. Before B, have you applied any var? What we have applied before B? Let.
It is not considered as B.
It is reassigning the value. It is not redeclaration. It is reassigning the value. What was the default value? 300. Now suppose if I do like this, okay, something like this. Assume I remove this line, okay. What is the B? Undefined. Undefined. By default is undefined. Okay. Next, after that, B equal to how much? No, let me write here B equal to how much? 300. Okay. That meaning this variable you are not redeclaring. Variable is same, just you are assigning the value. You are changing the value. Okay. Next line, what you are doing? You are changing the value. So using var or let, no problem. 100 times you can change the value. Using var or let, you can change the value 100 times. But if you are using the let, you cannot create one more variable with the same name. Okay. You cannot redeclare the same variable with the same name. Yes. Clear? Difference between var or let. var people was using before 2015. Let people started using since 2015. var is from the plain core JavaScript. Let is from the ECMAScript 6. ECMAScript 6. Okay. Let come from where? ECMAScript 6. I'll give a URL. I have a blog in that I have posted. Difference between var, let, const with example. Okay. If you want to write, else you can make a note from there also. Okay. So hope written. Sorry. You clear? You will write later. First you understand that. Remember 3-4 points, then you can write it. Okay. So one difference is clear. What is that? Using the let, we cannot create the same variable again. Okay. Using the let, we cannot create the same variable again in plain word. Now come next. Okay. So I'll write here call. What was that? We have written call let be equal to something I have given 800. So here what is happening? Look at here. No, if I move the mouse here, what says? Cannot redeclare. Block level, leave that block level scope. That is next I'll guide you. So it says like B equal to 800. You cannot redeclare because B is already exist. Correct? But in the beginning, see, A was already exist. Correct? Value has changed and all. Again, with the same name, we can create, we created one more variable. So old value of A will get replaced by how much? Old variable got finished here. Now new variable again start. By which name? Same name. Okay. Come down next. So this line I will be commenting here. Okay. Else it will throw the error. This line I commented. I'll write here call using same name, we cannot recreate a variable. We cannot recreate the variable. Redeclare, I replace by recreate. Okay, recreate. With the same name, we cannot create the variable. Now let's come down. Next line we have. Next line, one more difference is there. Okay. Next line, one more difference is there. Let's understand that. I'll write here another line. Okay. If 100 greater than 50. So this will be true or false? How false? Yeah, 100 greater than 50 only. No? Yes. 100 greater than 50. Purposefully I am making yes. Okay. Purposefully I am making as a true. So that we can understand the next line. So we are saying, okay, 100 greater than 50. Yes. Then the area start from here. Curly bracket open here and curly bracket close here. That meaning that particular area start here and particular area end here. Okay. Now inside this block, so where the curly bracket start, where curly bracket end, it's called a block. Block. In the term of programming, it's called a block. You can call it area. My boundary start here, my boundary end here. So this is the starting boundary of the if, and this is the ending boundary of the if. Now let me go inside. I'll create a variable let c equal to, let c equal to 1000. Let c equal to 1000, and I can print here the console.log. Okay, will not print here. Now let me create one more variable d equal to 2000. D equal to how much? 2000. Okay. So created how many variable? Two variable. This both the variable belong to this particular area. This both the variable. This both the variable belong to this particular block. Now come outside. Come outside. Console.log C and console.log D, and let us run your page. Console.log C, console.log D. Console.log C, console.log D. Run the page and see once, are you able to see the output or not? Look at here. I'll also run. What is printing? It is printing like C is not defined, but the value of, okay, so let's change a little so that first error will not come. First D and then which one? C. So first it will print the D and then throw the error, let's throw the error for the D. C. CLS See now. How much is printing? 2000. And it is not printing the 1000. And what is the error message? See, I've changed here. First I'm printing the D, then I'm printing the C. Now it says the error call C is not defined. C is not defined. Difference? Any difference here? C and D both is declared inside a block. C and D both are declared inside a block. When we went out of the block, we are able to access the D, but we are not able to access the C. Error will come. Don't look more, okay? Error will come. What is the error? Console.log C is not defined. Okay, remaining it will print. Now two difference came in mind. What is that? Using the late, you cannot redeclare the variable, and using the late, if you have created the block level variable, you cannot access outside. Answer wise, how you will answer? Three point you have now. You have to arrange in the proper sequence while speaking with someone. Okay. First, using the var and let used to create the variable in JavaScript. var and let both used to create the variable in JavaScript. var, since the first day of the JavaScript to 2015, people have used. Since 2015, people started using called let. That was introduced by ECMAScript 6. Okay. Clear? var and let both used to create the variable. Let started using since when? 2015 from the ECMAScript 6. Okay. Now, if I am creating a variable using the var keyword, we can change the value also, as well as we can recreate the same name variable again using the var keyword that you have seen here. That you have seen here with the same name, we created the variable, right?
Right.
But using let, what happened? Using let, we cannot redeclare the variable. Using let, we cannot redeclare the variable. And using let, if you are creating the variable, you cannot access out of the block. You cannot access out of a block. Right? Using the var, if you are creating a variable, we can access out of a block. Correct? You want a line by line answer? I have a line here. I will post in your group. You can make it. Okay. 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 So now let me guide you to this link also. Difference between late var. What are the difference between var, let and const? Okay. See, the var keyword used in the JavaScript code since when? 2015 to 2000 something. The late and const keyword added in the ECMAScript when? 2015. If you want your code to run in the older browser, you must use the var. Okay. New browser will support the late, old browser will support the var. And another line. If something I have written here, so what is right? It will work. That we saw a scope level. A scope level. Another one related to let. Let keyword used was introduced by ECMAScript 6 2015. Variable defined with the let cannot be redeclared. We saw the error. We are trying to create read here. Where? Look at here. We have created no d equal to. Where was the let? Here, that line I have commented. We have given the b equal to 800. It was throwing the error. So that is here. So it says like variable defined with it cannot be redeclared. Variable defined with let must be defined. Like whenever you are using it, you have to define, then you can use that line. It says variable defined with the let have block level scope. Variable defined with the let have a block level scope. What is the block level scope? You saw in the example. We saw here let c equal to how much? 1000. C d equal to how much? 2000. C was not able to access outside. If throw the error, that meaning C exists only within the block. That is called as a VAR, block level scope. Okay, block level scope. Now related to const. The time will come, we'll learn that also. Okay. So now 2 is required to remember. This link I'll send you in the group. You can, आप यहाँ से notes बना सकते हैं. Correct no? From there you can create a note. That will be helpful for you. 2 p.m. Okay. Example wise is also written here. It is not like only theory is written. Block level scope meaning here I have written because A is defined using the var. Because of that outside we are able to access it. Work here. Here it says like error. It will not work. Below can be accessed only within the block. Something right. Const related to something else. Okay. Next. So this file will ask them to send, or you can ping me on this number 879246267. On this number you can send hi, I will send you the link. Okay, 879246267. On that I can send you the link. VVI 50 questions are there on JavaScript and React. Okay, completely daily question. Every interview people ask. Those questions are added in the list. You can have it. Right? So now, clear or not clear? What is that? How you will answer? That is my question. What is the difference between var, let, and const? Don't start from the difference directly. Okay, make the person to concentrate who are going to listen your answer. So we can say var, let, and const both used to create the variable in JavaScript. Okay. In case he asks what is the variable, there one line is written what is the variable. Now, if I am creating a variable using var, I can redeclare the variable as well as I can change the value of the variable. If I am creating the variable using the let, we cannot redeclare the variable as well as the variable scope will be block level. We cannot access out of the block. Two difference we say sequential, people will be okay, you have idea. Okay. But again, my question is here, if the late will support only in the new browser, what about the old browser? What about the old browser? Correct. So at that point again, question will come. Right? Okay. Okay. So let's go next. Next, we are going to understand the next part. Okay. Next part of JavaScript. What is that? Next part of JavaScript is when you are creating the variable, when you are storing the value, you will have a requirement that based on the input, you have to decide something, you have to make some different kind of output. I'm talking about this one. I'm talking about this one that is called, I'm talking about this one that is called control structure. Okay. Like suppose you have the data, right? Now based on input, you have to take a decision. Based on input, you have to display the output. So how to do that? Correct? How to do that? That come under the control structure, right? So in control structure, let's create next file, page 4.js. Page 4.js. Page 4.js. Now create a variable using the let. Okay, let a equal to 100 as well as let b equal to 200. Correct. At this point, if anyone asks why use the let here, why not var? We can tell them no, these 2-3 differences.
Yes.
Let was introduced by ECMAScript 6 in 2015. If I'm creating a variable using the let, I can change the value also. Correct. If I'm creating a variable using the let, by mistake again we cannot create the same variable. Okay. If I'm creating a variable using the let, we can access block wise. If it is declared inside the block, we can access within the block. If it is declared outside, we can access inside also, outside also. So we can say let variable will be scope level, sorry, block level. Now where you have defined, based on that you can use. If you have defined inside the if, you can use within the if. Okay. So value conflict will not happen. That is the main target to create this let keyword. Okay, a variable is already created that is holding the quantity, and by mistake one more variable created quantity and that value got changed. So what will happen? Programming will become mismatch, right? So let's write now. If this is called as a greater than b, okay. If a greater than b, we can also write here 100 greater than 200. Okay, this is one way to write, and this is another way to write. If 100 greater than 200, 100 greater than how much? 200. Now in industry we have a word called soft code and hard code. Soft code and hard code. Now look at here. In this if condition, always it will work for 100 greater than 200. That meaning is what? This value is fixed. In this case, what you have, the value of A can be 1000 and the value of B can be 50. The value of A can be 5000 and value of B can be 10,000. Correct? So this becomes a soft code and this becomes a hard code. Correct? So you will not write anywhere like hard code. Everywhere you will write as a soft. Now to do the soft code, to do the soft coding, what we required? We required container where we can store the value, and instead of comparing the direct value, we can compare the variables. So now suppose A greater than 200, A greater than B? No, because A is 100 and B is 200. Maybe after some time, the value of A will become 300 and value of B will be 200 only. Correct? So according to the value, the control will get changed. Okay. If you are writing the soft code, According to value, the control will get changed. If you are writing the hard code, control will never change, right? So we will not do the hard code, we will do the soft code. And while doing the soft code, we require the variable, we require the array, we require many more things. Okay, so let's write inside now. Console.log. This is hard coded code. Okay, so we'll not follow that, we'll follow this. Console.log the I'll start like this. A comma B comma the higher value is comma A. Else, if it is not true, if A is not holding greater, is the value of A is not bigger than the value of B, correct? Then what will happen? We need to give some meaningful message to user again, saying like the A and B, the higher value is this one, call it a B. Here I'll write call A so that we'll understand it is coming under the if. Here we'll write as a B so that we'll understand it's going to the else part. Write it. So comma you have used, double quote you have used, correct? As well as we use some kind of operator also to check what is the input. Okay. Now let us check it, where it is going and how it is printing. So we'll go here and we'll run the CLS command and we'll write node space page 2. Node space page 2. So it says page 2, page 4 I suppose. Correct? 100, 200, the higher value is holding under the B, that is called 200. Right? Same time, instead of changing in the code, change the value in variable. Okay, now it is going to be where? Else part, correct? Now it's going to the else. So instead of doing the changes in the code, now do the changes in the value. Now increase the value of A to 1000. Again run the page, see where it is going. Right? Coming to if part. If we run again, see 1200, the higher value is 1000. So code become soft code. Code is not the hard code. Correct? See, when you are writing the code, if you should be in the condition to explain each and every line and the words of your code. And in this code, if you ask, comma meaning is what? You have seen yesterday, to separate the two words, variable and string, we have used the comma to concat that. Next, after that, double quote, single quote, anything can use. Console.log to print something, right? After that, next, what is variable? Using the var also you can create, using the console let also you can create. Okay. Come next. Hope running. How many of you are trying the code? We should write it, okay? It's helpful for you. I have many examples like this. My all the folders are filled with a similar example. Correct? So I am writing in front of you so that you will also write. If you will write, you will get idea. Okay? Suggestion will be write it. Okay. Come next. Next, what we have is running or not running. No is it says which file? Spelling is wrong. PAAGE4. Okay, PAAGE4. Now see that file here is wrong. It's saying model not found. No? Model not found. Correct. Over here. Okay. Reason is you created a folder. Inside the folder you created the file. And you are running the file there under the out of the folder and you are filing inside. Folder that is here. This is you created the folder that folder is file. In folder created. Now this file is there only. Comes CMD. CLS command can run. Then file invites another folder. Running. Your running. Okay. Okay. So next after that, come to the next file. Leave this file. One simple example. Okay. In the next file, page number 5, I will introduce the const also. Const, C-O-N-S-T. Right? Now right here, page 5.js. Page 5.js. Page 5.js says like a variable salary or not variable var I should follow. I should follow call let one will create let amount equal to suppose 5,000 amount equal to 5,000. Okay, 5,000. Come down 5,000. Next, create a const QTY quantity equal to 5. Quantity equal to 5. Now apply a condition saying like if amount is greater than 3,000, then quantity should print as a 10. Amount is greater than how much? 3,000, then quantity should be how much? Replace the quantity with how much? 10, something. Let's write a condition. If amount greater than 3,000. So what is the actual amount? 5,000. So definitely compiler will come inside. It will come. If the quantity is greater than 5,000, sorry, greater than 3,000, compiler will come inside. Then what is the QTY? QTY is how much? Quantity is 5. I am going to replace by 10. Going to replace by 10. Okay. Next, after that, after replacing by 10, let's write here console.log the amount, okay, not amount, the quantity. The QTY is updated to, QTY is updated to how much? QTY. QTY is updated to QTY. QTY is updated to QTY. So what is happening in this code? It is checking like someone have entered the amount is 5,000. If amount is more than 3,000, then we are saying quantity. You get replaced by how much? 10. Like you are increasing the quantity. Run this file. Any error? What it says? Node space page 5. Node space page 5. See, its error says like assignment to constant variable. Assignment to constant variable, that error is valid error. There is no doubt on that. Now you remember in VAR, when we have created the VAR keyword, using VAR, previous example,
Yes.
we change the value. Yes. We created the variable using the late. Then also we change the value. Correct or not? Now you created the variable using const. Are you able to change the value? No. Correct? Clear or not clear? When we created the variable using var, we changed the value, it was happening. When we created the variable using late, then also change the value, it was happening. But now you created the variable using the late, you are trying to, sorry, const, you are trying to change the value, it's saying like, no, you cannot. That represent the variable created var using the var, we can change the value 100 times. The variable created using the late, also we can change the value 100 times. But the variable created using the const, you cannot change the value of that. That becomes a fixed, constant keyword we have in day-to-day life also. Constant, what is it represent? Fixed. That is the meaning here also. Const meaning is what? You create a variable in such a way, their value you should not change ever. You should not change ever. That variable should remain same. That variable should remain same. You cannot change the value of that, right? Which one? Const. Now let me guide you. Now using the var also created the variable, using const also, using the late also, correct? So now your sentence will get changed. While creating, using the var, late and const, using all three ways we can create the variable. Using the var, if you created the variable, we can change the value. Using the late, if you created the variable, we can change the value. But using const, if you created the value, I'm sorry, you cannot change the value. Correct? Okay, come now. Those all are written in that link what I've sent you to. Now understand one more point. Okay, understand one more point. So this line is clear. We cannot change the value of const variable. One more point to understand. Okay, so now I will not change here. Okay, I will not change here. Or let's come down. In the same if condition, inside the if condition, I will create three variables now. Var a equal to 100. Again var b equal to how much? 200. Again not var. This should be late. Late how much? 200. Another one, which one? Const. Const equal to 300. Correct? Const c equal to 300. Const c equal to 300. So within the block, how many variable you created? 3. One is through the var cast, another one is through the late cast, another one from the const. Correct? If you have already seen late was not able to access outside. Previous example, var was able to access outside. Now the next term is of const. Const, we created a constant variable inside a block. Now whether this constant variable can be accessed outside or not, right? So for now, I will comment this line so that it should not throw the error. Okay, I commented this line, so it should not throw the error. Now let me go outside and console.log First, I'll print the A. Okay. Then I'll try to print the dot log call is a which one? B. And then console.log will try to print call is a C. So in this, A successfully will work. There is no doubt you have seen in the previous file. B will throw the error. B will say undefined variable. That also we have gone through in the previous example. Now the turn is of which one? C. Correct? A, B and C. So this line have you commented? QTY equal to 10. Error will not come in the beginning. It will print successfully. Right? If error will come here, then this line will not execute. No? So this line we have commented, so error will not come. Now the VAR was already tested in the previous example. I'll comment it. Late was already tested in the previous example. I'll comment it. Now turn is of which one? C. That is called const. You run and check once. If you have created the constant variable inside the block, will you be able to access outside? Page 5.js. Reply should come in chat. Error. What is the error? Let me run also. Saying C is not defined. What was the type of C? It was as a constant. Now it's clear. Late and const we cannot access out of the block. Correct? If you have created the variable using the late and const, it is a scope in the block level. Means we can access within the boundary, within the curly bracket. We cannot access out of the curly bracket. That is called as a block level scope. The VAR keyword is a global scope. Late keyword and const keyword is block level scope. You cannot change the value of const, but we can change the value of late and VAR. Correct? We cannot redeclare the which one? Late with the same name. We cannot redeclare the late using the same name. But can we redeclare the const? That is still a question mark.
Yes.
Correct or not? That is still a question mark. Can we redeclare the const? A scope level you saw, value you are not able to change, that also you saw. Other comparison happened, but one question is pending. Can we redeclare with the same name as a constant? Try here. Okay. Now what is the quantity? 5. So this should print as how much? 5. Now let's come here. Write const. What is that variable? QTY. QTY, no?
Yes.
QTY equal to 100. QTY equal to 100 and console.log. Which one? QTY. Look at here. What error it says? While writing itself, it's saying the error. This red line, underline is coming now. Const QTY 100, read the error. It says like cannot redeclare the block level scope variable. Which one? QTY. So in late, what was happening? We can't declare with the same name. In const also we cannot redeclare with the same name. In const we cannot change the value, but in late we can change the value. We can in var we can change the value. Correct? Late and const is block level, whereas var is global. VAR is global. VAR will get supported till 2015. correct? After 2015, late and const came. Late and const introduced by ECMS 6, ECMAScript 6. Remember, evening time, you can read that URL I have given once. You read once, you will remember for always. After that, also your confusion, then you can write the note in your own way. It is BBI question for interview. First, second question for the JavaScript people. Tell me the difference between var, late, and const. Okay, if you are able to explain it in a smooth manner, people will understand. You have the understanding. Okay, most of the 80% people will mix here itself. 80% people will mix here itself. See, while answering, you have to answer. First, tell them one common thing. All three used to create the variable in JavaScript. Okay. Next, scope. Don't tell the scope. First, change the value. Can you change or not? First point. Second point, can you redeclare or not? All three. Value, can you change in all three or not? Redeclaration will happen in all three or not? And the third is called scope. Only three things we need to explain. What is that? Value can be changed or not? Then after that, redeclaration will happen or not? And another one, scope level. Three things. And in all 3 points, you need to discuss all about three. All about three. So total 3, 3, 6, and 3, 9. You have to speak total 9 lines. 9 lines. 3 lines about the var, 3 lines about the const, and 3 lines about the left. In the term of changes the value, in the term of redeclaration, and in the term of scope level. Okay, clear. Let's go next. So now further, according to need, wherever we want, we can write the left. Wherever we want, we can write the const, and wherever we want, we can write the var. Okay. So I will close this line. We'll go for the fifth one. Fifth is there already. We'll go for the sixth example. Page 6.js, right? Page 6.js. Page 6.js. In page 6.js, we will be writing called multiple if condition. Like suppose a person has given one value and they ask check on multiple parameter. Okay. What are the multiple parameter? Like suppose one variable came inside the variable, you need to check what is the city name. Is it holding Bangalore? Is it holding Pune? Is it holding Mumbai? Is it holding Chennai? So how many conditions? Multiple conditions, right? And according to city, you have to do something. It's not like simply check and leave it. According to location, you have to do something. 5% offer, 10% offer, 20% offer, 30% offer. Correct? For Bangalore, 10% offer. For Mumbai, 10% offer. For Chennai, 15% offer. Right? So if the city will find, then only. So for that, how many type conditions we have to check? Many times. That is called if, else, if. If, else. In else again if. Because condition is not only two, condition is multiple. So if, else, if. After that, again else if, again else if, again else if, till your requirement. Okay, that is called if, else, if. I'm talking about this line. If you have checked just now, now you are checking which one? If, else, if. Then nested if will come. Page 6 file create. Okay. Simple example. Write a let a equal to 100. Let b equal to maybe 300. Now let c equal to 200. Okay. 200. Now in this all, you need to find out which is the variable that is holding the highest value. So you have to compare a with the b and a with the c. If it is false, then you have to compare b with the a and b with the c. Again, if A is not bigger, B is also not bigger, then directly finger will go to the C. You are the higher. There we'll have a clean example of if else something. Okay. If in between we'll use AND operator also. AND operator. A greater than B. If it is true, okay, compiler will not check simply multiple condition. So it is saying like A greater than B. If yes, then check the next. A greater than C also. That is called AND operator. AND operator will not allow to go to the next condition till the first is satisfied. If the first is satisfied, then only go for the second. If first is false, no need to go for the second. Exit from there itself. Okay, that is called what? And or represent either first or second. If first is false, no problem. Check second can be. Right? If first is false, then check second can be. Correct? Or second is false, then first check first also. Anyone can be. Right? Okay. So and represent both condition has to satisfy, then only it will allow for the next. Okay. And inside the condition, if you look, then there is a two statement, two condition. One is this and another one is this. So it will not allow to go to the second until the first is true. If the first is true, then only look for the second. So what is the first? 100. And what is the second? 300. A greater than B? No. False. It will not allow to go for the second. It will say, no, look for the next. Then it has to go to the else if. So first write a statement here. Console.log A comma B comma C comma the higher value is A. The higher value is A. Else if, okay, I'll write with proper space. I'll not congest the code. Else and if separate. It has to be just very nearby. I given the space. Now check B greater than A and B greater than C. If it is yes, then the statement will be something else. Saying like the ABC higher value is B. If both is not true, then last line will execute. That is called else. The higher value is C then. Right? Write it slowly. B greater than A, B greater than C, A greater than B, and A greater than C. Okay, happening. Those error for you. Showing error. Else at the error. Else if space is required. Okay, let me run it. It look like this. Six. So how much higher is the 300? You can check also whether really the code is correct or not. Put here 1000. Then see what is saying. Correct. If the value of A is bigger, then it's really correct or not. Now B was happening already. Now change in the value of C to 2000 and check again. Working? All three condition. Whether user will enter the value in the first text box, second text box, third text box, whichever the text box is a bigger number, it will say this is the higher number. Okay. So this we have given as of now directly fetched value, but this all input will come from user. Okay, this all input will come from user. Save it. Now come to the another one. Another one is called this one. Call it a nested if. Nested if, what is that? If you have idea in HTML you write like this: UL or leave UL. You write HTML. Inside HTML you write the body. Under the body we use the assume called UL. Inside the UL we use the LI, and according to need to make submenu inside the LI, again we use the which one? UL. We use UL. Inside the LI we use the UL. Correct? If required, and UL definitely will produce which one? LI. So you saw the UL has given the LI, right? And LI has given again which one? UL. Correct? So whenever we write a condition inside condition, that is called as a nested condition. When we write paragraph inside paragraph, called as a nested paragraph. When we write UL inside UL, that is called nested UL. Correct? So similar way, it says like when one condition will satisfy, then it will go for the next condition. Next condition satisfy, then go for the third condition. When we go to the ATM, first it will ask enter your card and let me verify your card is active or inactive. First condition. Enter the PIN number. Second condition. Then after that, inside so many menus will come. This many multiple option will come, no? That is called switch case. Here is a written. That is called switch case. Multiple options are there. Where you want to go? Then we'll so I'll go for the withdraw. Correct. Then it will ask again. What is? Enter the something. Again after that, if you enter the amount, is less than equal to available amount, then loop will start. Sounds will come, no? Some that is called what? Loop. Okay. Loop will terminate sometime. Means once your count will be over, loop will get terminated. After that, another condition will satisfy and money will come out. That is called what? Entire life cycle of control instruction. Okay. If also, else also, control loop also, everything. Entire life cycle of this one. Which one? Called control structure. Right? So let's come to this file now. Create another file. Page 7. When you call to the customer care, IVR will take the action and it will say press 3 for balance inquiry. You will press 3. Correct? Then it will say last 5 transaction or which something. You will press 3, again 3. It will ask again, give this option, ask to press something. So what will happen? We will keep going inside the condition, going inside condition, going inside condition. That is called what? Nested condition. Okay. That's right here. A variable, not variable, let. Okay. Let input equal to anything. Suppose this one. Now, user is going to enter some value. We want to identify what is that. That value is a string, that value is number, that value is a special character. What is that? Correct? Write a first if condition. We have a predefined function that is called isNaN. IsNaN. It's a stand for is not a number. Is not a number. Inside you pass the input. Now isNaN function will let you know whether the given input is a string or number. Else something. Okay. Go inside console.log input comma is a string. Input comma is a string. Else console.log input comma is number. This is one if else condition. We have to do the next branching from here. So first try this, check once. Okay, ready? Now check once. Node space 7.js. What is saying? Bangalore is string. From here onwards, we'll write something next, not today, next class. Okay. In the same file, we'll do some next work in the next class. Next class will be on next call Monday. Saturday, Sunday will not be. Next on Monday, 23rd.
So how to maximize this command form?
Maximize.
For this?
Here is option. No? Which one here? Window 10 or 11? This picture is available in window 11. 10. In 10 maybe you cannot. 10 also have. On this click. Happening. Yours is not.
Asking for this.
This is the full screen. This is called full screen.
So what is the meaning of triple?
Meaning of
Triple.
triple? Next class.
So I don't know.
Monday you will not come.
So actually, I have to use my home.
Okay, then attend online. Or once you come, then you can join. Single equal to call assignment, double equal to call comparison, triple equal to call comparison with the data type. Okay, I'm following the example. Once time will come, I'll explain it. Comparison with the data type. Someone asked something. URL is here. This is the URL. You can have a look. I sent you in chat. Okay, thank you. See you on next.